We've been able to observe that in life some individuals reach a state of being which we are now calling the condition of certainty, and that definition fits perfectly. The condition of certainty is reached when we simply know who we really are. It is an inner self matter, but it can be applied also to what we do and what we communicate with. It is important to clarify that here by communication, we intend something that we want to learn and/or practice, because the sole fact of studying something is communication as a matter of fact. It's something which reflects our interest that is a part of our inner self as well. That's the main concept behind certainty. To be effective in life, it is necessary to know how to know. But what is knowing to know? To know how to know is simply to be sure of something because we have studied it, we have confronted it, but above all, we know the why or the for what that something is being done. That's purely a matter of integrity, a level of understanding that we reach through knowledge and communication with what interests us. A completely opposite concept regards believing, accepting or having faith. Faith and certainty are opposites. Accepting reality's truths without analyzing them is faith, which is also fake certainty. Applying new acquired knowledge to know if it is true and if it works is applied knowledge, which leads to certainty. Certainty is integrity because it is a self-developed knowledge, unlike faith which is other developed knowledge. Knowledge in its purest sense is always self-determined and self-developed. Faith and authority are derivatives. A theocratic society is the same as an authoritarian society, and perhaps even worse as it perpetrates mental control on a mystical and fanatical level, where the individual unknowingly totally agrees with it. We state that just to make clear that we do not support any kind of authoritarianism. As you can see, these aforementioned two concepts, namely accepting and having faith, never led to knowledge, but only to other determined knowledge, which is the antithesis of certainty and knowledge in their purest meaning. Knowledge is simply to be. It is integrity, it is a grasp of our own reality, and a reflection of our inner self as stated before. Many people who say they have a scientific and rational attitude towards life often fall into the trick of authority, that is, for example, if John is a great physicist renowned in his field of study, everything he says corresponds to reality. So, even if it were so, an intelligent person would take the responsibility to analyze all the data given by John, and then see if that data can be observed in real life, and if it can be actually applied or used to match with reality. A truth holds true to the extent that it clarifies doubts and uncertainties, and above all, to the extent that it is functional and workable. So there are also levels of quality regarding truth. If it has little functional value, it indicates that it can be ignored or that it can be done better. If there were no such reasoning, scientific progress would never have taken place, which unfortunately happened for what concerns the study of life and existence. As far as this field is concerned, we are still in the Middle Ages because of the attitude most people show towards religion's faith and science authority. Certainty is about self-determined knowledge, and mastery is about masteritability, but the concepts are really similar. Our goal is to re-stabilize your integrity as an individual and improve your ability to do new things. The scale of certainty could be approximately represented as responsibility, integrity, certainty, knowing how to know, establish how useful and functional the data is beyond than is true, know why and or what should be done, application of the data, observation of the data in the real world, proper and responsible study of the data. These are also gradients that can be used for many other situations and subjects. As you can see, who skip such gradients are those that accept knowledge based on faith authority. You must be the scientist yourself when you study all data that you are given, otherwise, there will be no integrity in studying and also in living. If you really aim for knowledge and skill, you need this kind of mindset. Autologie teaches you to think as a life researcher. We are no faith business. An individual is immune to lies and half-truths when he starts to act in this way. So the mechanics of knowing are what we are concerned with. If I believe everything that John says without making his data my own data, even if the data is true, my attitude remains the same as that of a believer. In Autologie, we must be the researcher and not the believer. This also leads to irresponsibility and ignorance. An individual which believes that it will be the government and or religion that will take care of him is a person at the mercy of other determined realities. Basically, he has renounced integrity, responsibility, and knowledge, which in simpler words is betraying inner self.